Hello, Muslim friends in the world. Imagine a country that is considered one of the most secretive in the world. Their internet access is nearly impossible, religion is viewed as a threat, and its leaders are worshipped like gods. Yes, North Korea. But suddenly, the world was shocked by a piece of news that was incomprehensible. While North Korea was constructing an underground tunnel, workers reported finding something that would change everything. A mysterious tomb, believed to be the tomb of a prophet, complete with ancient artifacts bearing Islamic inscriptions and Arabic writing on the walls of the ruins. The world stood still. Could this really be? What followed was even more astonishing. Some alternative media outlets even claimed Kim Jong-un himself was reported to have made an unexpected statement, acknowledging that Islamic heritage had long been hidden in North Korean soil and predicting that Islam would become the majority religion in the country. What was more shocking, 40 million people were said to be converting to Islam. Is this just a clickbait for the digital age? Or is there truly another side to North Korea that has been hidden all this time? Did the country, known for its oppressive regime, harbor traces of Islamic civilization that have been buried for centuries? And could it be that the communist leader Kim Jong-un secretly opened his heart to Islam? This news sparked waves of curiosity, but also skepticism. Many called it the most outrageous hoax of the year, but just as many believed because in a world full of secrets, anything is possible. In the upcoming chapters, we won't just break down the truth behind this viral story. We will venture into the heart of North Korea, exploring its history, uncovering the traces of Islam in the most unexpected places, and seeking the truth behind whether this is a game of illusion or a truth long concealed. Because one thing is certain, behind the veil of the world's most mysterious country, there is always a story waiting to be discovered. North Korea, or as they call it, Kosan Minjujuwi Inmin Kongwaguk, is not just an ordinary communist country. It is a world unto itself, where the leader is treated like a god, and other spiritual beliefs are considered a threat to stability. In this country, religion is taboo, holy books are considered dangerous, and places of worship are nearly non-existent. Behind the cold image of Kim Jong-un that decorates every corner of the city, there is a system that almost entirely eradicates the presence of God from the lives of its people. Religion is not openly banned, but its practice is severely restricted. Those caught with a Quran or Bible can face harsh punishments, even disappear without a trace. But how could there possibly be any trace of Islam? Little is known, but in the heart of Pyongyang, there exists a small, mysterious mosque, Masjid Ar-Rahman. This mosque is not open to the public. It is hidden within the Iranian embassy complex. No call to prayer, no local congregation, no public religious activities. But it is real. This mosque was not built by the regime but by Iranian diplomats. The people who pray there, embassy staff from Iran, Indonesia, Pakistan, and other Muslim countries with diplomatic ties to North Korea. Prayer is conducted quietly and privately, far from the public eye, like a secret ritual behind diplomatic walls. In a country without public mosques, Ar-Rahman stands as the only place where Islam is practiced, even if it is just a sliver. Who exactly are the Muslims in North Korea? The answer is simple. There are almost none. Even if they exist, they are not locals but foreigners, diplomats, embassy staff, and occasionally visitors from abroad. There are no known public converts, no local Muslim communities. And if someone were to openly embrace Islam, their fate could be tragic. That being said, it doesn't mean North Korea is completely hostile to Islam. In fact, it's interesting because Kim Jong-un, despite leading an atheistic state, has not forbidden religious activities for foreign diplomats, including prayer, fasting, or even small celebrations for Eid al-Fitr within the embassy. Here's a common question. If North Korea is so harsh against religion, Why does it allow the mosque to stand? The answer might be simple: diplomacy. North Korea is heavily reliant on political and economic alliances with certain countries, including Iran. Destroying or closing a place of worship within a diplomatic compound would create major tensions and could threaten bilateral relations. In other words, that mosque is protected not because the regime embraces Islam, but because political necessity forces it to be polite. In this chapter, we find a harsh yet intriguing truth. Islam does indeed exist in North Korea, but in a very limited, hidden, and politically constrained form. There is no massive trace of Islamic civilization, no local Muslim community, and no freedom to propagate the faith. However, it is precisely because of its rarity that every bit of news about Islam in North Korea becomes a magnet for the world's attention. Including the story we'll unravel in the next chapter about the mysterious prophet's tomb and Islamic civilization artifacts supposedly found during an underground construction project. Is this just a myth? Or is it possible that a trace of Islam has long been buried in the land of Kim Jong-un? On an ordinary day in Pyongyang, workers began their construction of an underground tunnel. Heavy machinery dug layer after layer of earth until something unexpected was discovered. A stone chamber, sealed and hidden away. It was filled with carvings and inscriptions that were neither Korean nor Chinese, but something far more ancient and foreign. Soon after, a blurry video leaked online, showing a chamber with Arabic calligraphy, accompanied by a narration claiming, "This is the tomb of a prophet, discovered in North Korea." In an instant, the digital world exploded. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all went into overdrive as people speculated and debated. Some even claimed it was the most significant discovery of the century. And even wilder, some theorists suggested that the prophet buried here was a secret missionary who once spread Islam to the East. But is this really true? Along with the tomb discovery claims came images and video snippets showing a ceramic pot engraved with the word Allah, a rusted sword bearing Islamic inscriptions, Kufi script etched on a stone tombstone. Some speculated that these artifacts were relics of ancient Muslim traders who had traveled as far as the Korean peninsula during the 7th to 9th centuries. There were even theories suggesting that the Silk Road east once reached the region now known as North Korea. However, no image or video had been verified by archaeologists or official institutions. All of it came from anonymous accounts and alternative news outlets. Amid the sensationalism, a big question arose. Is this an authentic archaeological discovery? Or is it just a story designed for viral attention? Experts in East Asian history stated that, as of now, there has never been any concrete evidence of significant Islamic activity in ancient North Korea. While the Islamic trade routes did extend into China, no records exist of Islamic missions reaching the Korean peninsula, which at the time was more isolated from China. Some of the content even displayed AI-generated images that were cleverly edited to appear convincing. Yet in reality, these were nothing more than visual manipulation. Mainstream international media outlets such as BBC, Al Jazeera, and even South Korean media did not confirm these claims. Despite the lack of proof, many still believed. Why? Because in a world increasingly uncertain about what is true and what is false, people tend to believe narratives that resonate with their hopes. The idea of a prophet's tomb hidden in a communist country seemed like the plot of a blockbuster movie too good to ignore. And don't forget, North Korea is famous for hiding many things. So when something leaks out, people assume it's the hidden truth finally revealed. The facts so far show no official source has confirmed the discovery of a prophet's tomb or Islamic artifacts in North Korea. The images and videos circulating were not verified, and some were proven to be digital manipulations. No involvement from archaeologists or professional historians in the reports. Yet the story persisted. It left a mark in the minds of many. Some even claimed that Kim Jong-un himself commented on the issue, stating that Islam would eventually become the majority religion in the country. Is this part of a larger strategy? Is it a narrative meant to bring North Korea closer to the Muslim world? Or is it simply a viral hoax gone too far? In the next chapter, we will delve into the most interesting aspect. Does Kim Jong-un truly respect Islam? Did he secretly open the doors to a religion that has been suppressed for so long? And most shockingly, did he really ever declare the Sharia? Kim Jong-un. The name evokes both fear and fascination. He is a leader whose image is often associated with totalitarianism, strict control, and a personality cult. The man who inherited the throne of one of the most isolated and repressive regimes in the world. But behind his icy exterior and militant persona, something strange has begun to surface. Rumors have swirled that Kim Jong-un is not as hostile to Islam as one might think. Some diplomats and external sources claim that Kim has even allowed Muslim diplomats to practice their faith, quietly marking religious holidays like Eid al-Fitr and acknowledging the Ramadan fast in private. This is not just tolerance. This is more like a silent acknowledgement of Islam's existence within the Hermit Kingdom. Of course, none of this has been publicly declared. But as always in the secretive world of North Korean politics, silence often speaks volumes. Then came the most shocking claim of all. Kim Jong-un has converted to Islam. A short, grainy video appeared online. It showed a man who appeared to be Kim Jong-un, sitting in a modest room, wearing a white cap and reciting the Sharia, the Islamic declaration of faith. The video went viral, shared and debated across social media platforms with the tagline, "After discovering the tomb of a prophet and evidence of Islam in his country, Kim Jong-un has embraced Islam." This video sent the internet into a frenzy. Theories spread like wildfire. Was this a miraculous moment of spiritual awakening in the heart of the world's most isolated nation? Could it be that the leader of North Korea had secretly converted? The world was divided. Some believed. Could it be true? Could North Korea be on the verge of a religious transformation? Others were skeptical. Deepfake. A hoax. A well-orchestrated piece of disinformation. The truth? After extensive analysis, the video was proven to be deepfake technology, expertly created to manipulate the public. So if Kim Jong-un didn't convert to Islam, why did this rumor spread so widely? And why didn't the regime immediately deny it? There are several possibilities. Soft diplomacy. North Korea may have allowed the story to circulate to improve its image in the eyes of the Islamic world, particularly in countries like Iran, Indonesia, and other Arab states. A tactical diversion. The Kim regime may have seen the viral story as a distraction, a way to shift attention from domestic political and economic issues. An alternative narrative. Perhaps this was part of a deliberate move to craft a new narrative for North Korea, one that acknowledges a hidden Islamic past or an open-minded future. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. The issue was never officially denied, and the silence surrounding it has only fueled more curiosity. Kim Jong-un and his regime are not known for their tolerance of rumors or misinformation. When something threatens the regime's control over its narrative, it is usually quickly dismissed. But in this case, no response, no denial, no comment. This silence has been interpreted by many as strategic. Perhaps the regime wants to let this story grow, whether for political reasons or simply as a way to keep the world guessing. But could it also be something else? Could the leader of North Korea have a deeper interest in Islam than anyone realizes? As we near the conclusion of this investigation, one question lingers. Is this just another viral sensation? Or are we on the verge of witnessing something far more significant? Could it be that the Kim dynasty is preparing for a new chapter where Islam plays a central role in the country's future? Or are we simply watching the rise of a carefully crafted narrative that will ultimately fade into history? One thing is certain, the mystery surrounding Kim Jong-un and Islam is far from over. We've come a long way, from the construction of a mysterious underground tunnel to the shocking claim of a prophet's tomb and Islamic artifacts discovered deep in North Korea. The world was captivated. And then, the shocking rumors about Kim Jong-un's conversion to Islam emerged, sparking further debate. But as we trace the events, one thing becomes clear. There is no concrete evidence to support these claims. The tomb, the artifacts, the conversion, they all remain unverified, unconfirmed, and surrounded by speculation. In the end, it appears that much of this story was not based on hard facts, but rather on the human need to believe in something extraordinary, a sensational tale that both thrills and mystifies. Yet, does that mean it's all meaningless? Not necessarily. We live in an age where information is not just facts, but emotions, desires, and identities. The tale of Islam entering North Korea resonated with a deep longing for the spread of truth, even in places considered the most repressive. The notion that Islam could find its way into the heart of a regime that suppresses religious expression felt almost like a victory for those who longed for freedom of belief in the most secretive nation on earth. And when the rumors spread about Kim Jong-un's conversion, the story took on an even more dramatic tone. This wasn't just about a prophet's tomb. It was about hope for change, hope for a shift in power, and hope for a new chapter in a country ruled by absolute control.